Good evening. Good to have you with us this Saturday night, and it's a very special broadcast we are bringing to you here. The elections polling in Bihar has come to an end after 3 phases. It is now time to tell you which way is Bihar headed. Our first set of poll projections are out. This is the C voter survey, and the C voter is giving an edge to the Mahagathbandhan. If you look at the range that has been presented by the C voter, they're projecting that NDA would get about 104 to 128 seats. The Mahagathbandhan is projected to get 108 to 131 seats. The LJP 1 to 3. Others are projected to get about 4 to 8. Let's also break this down for you because it's important to understand what the projections for alliances really show for each of the political parties. How has Nitish Kumar performed? How has Tejaswi Yadav performed versus their other ally partners? So JDU Plus is projected to get 39 to 49 seats. Look at that sharp fall for the JDU. The BJP is the one pulling in the weight. Projected BJP Plus, which is BJP along with VIP, projected to get 68 to 76 seats. And if the BJP actually manages to do this, that would be a lot more than what they got the last time. The RJD is projected to become the single largest party with 81 to 89 seats, and the Congress is projected to win about 21 to 29 seats. That's the individual breakup within that alliance picture that you're looking at, that breakup on the lower part of your screens. Now, let's talk about each party's performance in terms of strike rate. Basis the number of seats that they contested on, how many are they projected to win? That shows a real test of their performance. Aarti Subramaniam is joining me from the newsroom with all of that information. Aarti, over to you.
Well, Tanvi, we're going to do a little bit of a deep dive into the numbers and see what they really threw up here. The BJP has the highest strike rate here. They contested 70 seats. They won, I beg your pardon, 70 seats. So they projected to win 70 seats out of the 110 that they contested. That's a strike rate. That's a conversion rate of 63.6%. What this proves is that their insistence on contesting an equal number of seats as the JDU, their insistence on telling the JDU, you're no longer big brother, has essentially paid off. The second highest strike rate, the second highest conversion rate is with the RJD, which has won 85 of the 144 seats it's won. Now, the bit of a surprise factor is the Congress. The Congress has been written off in virtually every election, and deservedly so. But they've still managed a rather decent strike rate. They contested 70 seats. They won 25 out of that, and they have a strike rate of 35.7%. So perhaps, I'm sure even the Congress party is a bit surprised by that. The HAM has a higher strike rate than the VIP. They were smaller parties. They were expected to give a big push to the NDA. But the BJP, and that's the overall takeaway from this, that the BJP's insistence on fighting more seats or as many seats as the JDU has really paid off, because the JDU is the one that's dragged down the alliance.
JDU is the one that's dragged down the alliance for the NDA, and it doesn't seem like the gamble of the BJP or Chirag Paswan to go for Paswan to go separately and attack the JDU seems to have benefited the BJP too much. So that's the view that I've got so far. Aarti, thanks so much for breaking that down for us as well. Without wasting any further time, let's also say good evening to the panelists who are joining us right now. With me in our studios is the managing editor Vinay Tiwari. I've also got Anila Singh, national spokesperson for the BJP, joining us right now, and Aditi Phadnis, senior journalist, also with us. We'll shortly have representatives of the other political parties joining us as well. Aditi Phadnis, let me come to you first. This is just one set of projections. We will be having a couple of more to get a larger picture of which way the wind is blowing. But your own sense of what C voter is projecting, giving a slight edge to the Mahagathbandhan, do you think they will make it beyond the finish line?
Well, I'm not sure who will finish where, but I have to say that I am a little surprised by the outcome that C voter survey is projecting for the LJP, because the LJP fought a lot of seats. Between 1 and 3 would be its arguably its worst performance ever. And given that this comes on the heels of the death of Ramvilas Paswan, and the fact that NCP thought that it was playing a master stroke by criticizing Nitish Kumar, but not the BJP, and at the same time giving many tickets to those who are BJP rebels, says something about the outcome. So I have to say that I'm quite surprised that LJP's the strike rate should be so low.
Okay, that's an interesting, observation that you've made. Vinay, would you want to come in on this?
Well, yes and no. And I'm going, I mean, this time the LJP's role was a little more tricky. They were playing a very strange game of professing love for one partner and hatred for the other. And I think that probably confused the voters a lot, because they couldn't figure out which way these people stand for and which side they stand for. And I mean, and I also believe that that was being, that was an attempt to be too clever by half. And I personally believe that people in Bihar, especially voters, are extremely savvy. They're very intelligent. They're probably the most intelligent, most aware people that we have here in India. And I think they can see through some of the games that parties tend to play, and in that sense underestimate them. So honestly, I'm not going to be as surprised as, say, Aditi is. The best that LJP ever did was once when they got 20 seats, but by and large, they've never really crossed 5 or 6 seats in any case. Yes, I would have imagined that they would possibly get that much, if not, so by that logic, yes, I may agree, but I wouldn't have expected them to get anything more than 5 or 6 in any case.
Well, let me just also tell our viewers in terms of vote share what is being projected. While the seat share projects them to get between 1 to 3, if I look at the vote share projections that have been put out by C Voter, they are projecting in 8.5% for LJP, 20.4% for BJP, for JDU 15.1%, for the RJD 22.9%, and for the Congress Party 9.4%. But Anila Singh, good evening to you. At this point, basis the projections that we are looking at, it does look like you will struggle to make it to the halfway mark, and you will have Nitish Kumar to partly blame for that.
I think it is a hypothetical situation which you want to project here, Tanvi. And we are very much confident about our NDA team that we are going to form our government once again. And as Vinayji was saying, that people of Bihar, and if I talk about Bihar and UP, because I come from Uttar Pradesh, they are very clever and they are very political savvy people as well. They know what politics is. So they understand very well that whatever you are saying, a newcomer who is saying Nitish ji thak gaye hain, ab unka nahi kuch ho sakta hai, these all are words. These are empty words. And definitely, as a team, NDA is together, and we are going to form the government again. People of Bihar, they are going to show their trust in us once more.
No, but what is your own projection then? Tell me that. How much is NDA getting?
Very comfortably, we are going to form the government. There is absolutely no doubts about it.
Just between the BJP and the JDU and VIP and HAM, or will you need outside help?
I think we are going to form government. We are capable enough to form the government, and rest is like it all depends on others. If they want to come with us, they are more than welcome. But otherwise, I am pretty sure that our team is going to form the government.
Then why did Nitish ji feel the need to put out such a heartfelt, emotional appeal on the last day of the campaign to say, "Ye mera aakhri election hai, ant bhala to sab bhala"?
I think he is the right person to answer this question, but I think emotion is one thing which is so common in every election, not only in our country, but pan-world.
Okay, Aditi Phadnis, do you believe, what was your own reading of that comment that was made 2 days ago, just a couple of hours before the campaigning came to a close? A very emotional Nitish Kumar saying that ye mera aakhri election hai, a desperate attempt to reach out to those who voted for him the last 3 times.
He is a very sad man today because I mean, after 15 years of actually, in a sense, developing Bihar, if you have onions thrown on you, then it's not a very happy augury. So, in any case, all of us who have been following Bihar know that this was to be his last election anyway. We know that. He's been giving us those hints for some time now. I mean, it's sad in a way because he is a very progressive person. No matter whether you like him or you don't like him, if you've been a victim of his, you will feel belittled and small by him because he is pretty ruthless in many ways. But at the same time, you cannot deny the fact that there is no, with him, there is no issue of kinship, there's no issue of family, and he has done a lot for Bihar. Yes, you cannot argue with that.
Okay, let's also say good evening to our other panelists who are joining us. Dr. Syed Nasir Hussain, Member of the Parliament for the Rajya Sabha of the Congress Party. And I've also got Syed Afzal Abbas, Senior Leader of the JDU, joining us right now. Mr. Abbas, good to have you back with us. जो प्रोजेक्शंस दिखा रहे हैं उसमें तो जेडीयू की अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस नहीं दिख रही।
हाँ, अब देखिए एग्जिट पोल है, एग्जिट पोल नहीं है। अब इसमें क्या है, दो तीन उसकी बात है। हाथ कंगन को आरसी किया, पढ़े लिखे को फारसी किया, 10 तारीख का इंतजार करिए। लेकिन हमें एतबार है कि हम सरकार बना रहे हैं। मेरा जो प्रोजेक्शन जो पहले से मैं सोच भी रहा था, आपने जमीन सत्ता पर जो देखा है, तो हमें अब पूरी तरह मुतमईन है कि सरकार हर हाथ में बनेगी। सीटों का शेयरिंग कुछ कम बेशी हो सकता है, मुमकिन है, लेकिन सरकार बनना मेरे तय है, ये मैं मान के चल रहा हूँ। और जो मैंने जमीन पर देखा है, कि जिस तरह से महिलाओं में उत्साह था नरेंद्र मोदी और नीतीश जी के लिए, शराबबंदी का के लिए, और फिर उसके बाद से बहुत सारे काम जो किए गए, तो औरतों का वोट जो बहुत ज्यादा था हमारे पक्ष से रहा, भी मैंने देखा। गरीब गुरबा जो लोग थे वो आज भी समझते कि चैन की नींद सोने में चैन से जिंदगी गुजार रहे हैं, ये सब ज़ेर बात थी। उन सब के बावजूद भी अगर आपका क्या है एग्जिट पोल पे, मैं नहीं कह सकता आपने क्या सर्वे
ठीक है। तो आप हमारे प्रोजेक्शन पे तो अगर आपके फेवर में नहीं है तो आप नहीं रिएक्ट करेंगे, वो मुझे भी पता है। अनिला सिंह भी नहीं कर रही हैं, पर मैं आपसे वही सवाल पूछती हूँ जो मैंने बीजेपी प्रवक्ता से पूछा। आपका क्या प्रोजेक्शन है, आप मुझे बताएं, आपका इंटरनल क्या प्रोजेक्शन है?
देखिए, अब हमसे जाती तौर पे पूछिएगा कि 150 के आसपास से हम लोग को
थोड़ा रियलिस्टिक,
सॉरी,
थोड़ा सा तो रियलिस्टिक हो जाइए अब्बास जी।
बिल्कुल, आप देखिए ना, अब हमने कहा अब मैं देखो ना 150 के आसपास में एनडीए होगा, देखिएगा आप।
अच्छा, तो जो प्रोजेक्शंस हैं, अगर आपका भी हम 150 मान लें, और जो सारे पोलस्टर्स अभी कह रहे हैं, अब्बास जी एक चीज तो अब आप माननी पड़ेगी आपको कि अगर एनडीए गठबंधन जीत भी जाए तो शायद उसमें बड़ी पार्टी अब बीजेपी होगी, जेडीयू नहीं इस बार। अब आप बड़े भाई से छोटे भाई इस अलायंस के हो गए।
कोई बात नहीं, जब पार्टी के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष सब लोगों ने कह दिया था कि सीटों का मतलब नहीं कौन कितना सीट ला रहा है, सवाल है कि नीतीश कुमार ही सीएम। अगर एनडीए गवर्नमेंट बनती है तो नीतीश कुमार ही मुख्यमंत्री होंगे, ये बात वाज़ा क्विट ओपन यूनिवर्सल ट्रूथ है, इसमें कोई बट नहीं है। हम एनडीए के पार्टनर हैं, हम सब मिलकर सरकार बनाएंगे। हमारे अभी भी आपका प्रोजेक्शन जो आपका सर्वे, सबका सर्वे लगभग किन कंटेस्ट दिखा रहा है
जी।
कि कोई हमें देख रहे हैं, आपके भी सर्वे में हमने देखा नहीं, टीवी स्क्रीन पे मैं हूँ, लेकिन उसके बावजूद भी मैं कह रहा हूँ कि हम सरकार बनाएंगे। और 104 से 128 दिखा रहे, 108 से 131 दिखा रहे, अभी आ गया
अफजल साहब,
अभी आप दिखा रहे,
अफजल साहब,
तो आप 104 128 देखिए, 108 131 दिखा रहे, और एलजेपी 103 और 4 से 8 अदर। तो चलिए, बहुत सी ऐसी चीजें होती है, थोड़ा सा आगे पीछे होता है तो कोई हारता भी जीतता भी है। बहुत सी सीटें हैं जो मैंने देखा भी है कि बहुत 1000 2000 3000
नहीं, पर आपने एक बड़ी इंटरेस्टिंग बात की जिसपे मैं विनय तिवारी का भी रिस्पॉन्स चाहूंगी कि वो कह रहे कोई बात नहीं अगर बड़ा छोटा
नहीं, असल में मेरे पास अफजल साहब के लिए एक सवाल था, गुस्ताखी माफ करिएगा सर। आपने कहा गठबंधन में कोई बात नहीं, कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता, प्यार तो दोनों के लिए था, और अनिला जी के नेता लोगों ने आपके नेताओं को भी बहुत प्यार दिया। बट मुझे एक चीज़ समझ में नहीं आ रही कि अनिला जी के नेता लोगों ने आपके नेता की तो फोटो ही गायब कर दी पोस्टर से वहां पे।
नहीं, गलत बात कर रहे हैं।
कहाँ था उनका चेहरा? वो सब जगह मोदी जी का चेहरा था, नीतीश जी का तो चेहरा ही नहीं था।
आपने देखा नहीं, अखबारों में जितने भी छपे, नीतीश कुमार जी प्रधानमंत्री का भी था, नीतीश कुमार जी का भी था, बहुत यार बिहार के सारे अखबारों में छपा।
मैं ये सवाल आपसे इसलिए पूछ रहा हूँ अफजल साहब कि 2015 में नीतीश जी ने अपने आप को मोदी जी का चैलेंजर की तरह से पोजीशन किया था। 5 साल में बहुत कुछ बदल गया।
देखिए, 2015 की बात आप जो कह रहे हैं, 2020 है, उस वक्त का समीकरण कुछ था, आज क्या कुछ और है। 2010 भी तो आप उठा के देख लिए, 2010 में क्या था। 2010 में हम लोग थे साथ, तो कितना अच्छा, एलजेपी भी साथ नहीं थी, उस वक्त रिजल्ट आप देख लीजिए। तो मेरा ये मानना है कि किंग कंटेस्ट हर चैनल दिखा रहा है कि बहुत क्लोज फाइटिंग है, लेकिन एट द 11th आवर इवेंचुअली जो है हर हालत में हम सरकार बनाएंगे, इससे कहीं से कोई इम्पैक्ट नहीं है।
अच्छा, एक सवाल आपसे और एक आखिरी सवाल आपसे मेरी तरफ से एक और ये है, आप अब क्या इस बात से इत्तेफाक रखेंगे कि नीतीश जी ने थोड़ी सी गलती कर दी, ये जब माइग्रेंट्स आपके राज्य से जो बहुत सारे राज्यों में जाते हैं और बहुत कर्मठता के साथ काम करते हैं, उसमें थोड़ी सी उन्होंने गलती कर दी, उसके इमोशन को नहीं समझे, उनके दर्द को नहीं समझे, और जितना परसेप्शन में सामने आके कहना चाहिए था, उनके साथ खड़ा होना चाहिए था, वो नहीं हुआ।
देखिए, जहां तक आप बोल रहे हैं कि जो माइग्रेंट लेबर की बात है आप कह रहे हैं, असल में क्या केंद्र सरकार ने जो ही खुद ही एडवाइजरी जारी किया था, कोई कहीं से नहीं जाए, जो जहां पे वही रहे, हम उसका फॉलो करते हैं। लेकिन उसके बावजूद भी जब खुला तो क्या हमने वेलकम नहीं किया? 22 लाख लोगों को मैंने आइसोलेशन में रख के 53 रुपया एक आदमी पर खर्च किया, सब कुछ किया। अगर उसको विपक्ष जो है दूसरे तरह से कैश करने की कोशिश किया,
नहीं किया ना। आपके पड़ोसी राज्य में योगी आदित्यनाथ ने बसें भेज के कोटा से बच्चों को वापस बुला लिया, और आपके यहाँ उन्होंने कहा हम जहां है वहीं रहे।
जी, तो फिर आपको एडवाइजरी केंद्र सरकार जारी करती, जो जहां लेके चला जाए, तो हम तो केंद्र के एडवाइजरी को फॉलो करते हैं। मैंने उस बार भी कहा था कि ये योगी आदित्यनाथ ने एक नई परंपरा शुरू कर दी, ये एडवाइजरी का पालन नहीं किया गया, जो केंद्र ने जो कोविड-19 में एडवाइजरी जारी की थी। मैंने कहा था उस वक्त भी।
ये मुझे याद है। Even then the JDU kept saying that, well, we are simply following what the center has said as per rules. Yogi Adityanath is breaking those rules. Ji, let me also say good evening to Dr. Syed Nasir Hussain. Dr. Hussain, thank you for being with us. The sea water projections seem to be giving an edge to the Mahagathbandhan. I'm not going to waste time asking you to respond to the pollsters. Most political parties claim they don't take it seriously. But let me ask you, what is Mahagathbandhan's own internal estimate?
See, I was there in Bihar for the past 15-20 days. I just got back to Bangalore last night. I've been touring Bihar. I've been managing the election on behalf of the All India Congress Committee. The few things are very, very clear. See, I always, as a student of political science, have understood Bihar to be a state where caste lines have been very prominent. They have been voting on the caste lines for a long, long time. For the first time, I feel that these caste lines may get blurred because the kind of crowds that were coming for the Tejasvi Yadav's and Rahul Gandhi's rallies, it's very clear. Now here the mudda is very important than the caste. That is what I have seen. And I hope so this would definitely reflect in the voting pattern in all the three places also. Nitish Kumar ji was in power for 15 long years. He was brought in by the people of Bihar as an alternative to RJD, and they said that there will be new Vikas, development, etc., etc. He was seen as the Bihar narration, the clean man, and so on and so forth. Two things I think were very prominent in the minds of the people when they went to vote this time. One is that last time the vote was for Mahagathbandhan, not for BJP-JDU alliance. People feel that the JDU dissed the Mahagathbandhan alliance last time, went and joined with BJP because they wanted to be pally-pally with the BJP because BJP was in power at the center. This was one big reason that was there on the mind, one factor that was there on the minds of the voters. Two, you take up any index, whether it is poverty, whether it is education, agriculture, irrigation, development, industry, law and order, communication network, roads, etc., etc. Nothing has changed in Patna, in Bihar in the last 15 years. Nitish Kumar came off very well for the first time when he was contesting. He promised free cycles to the girl child. He said that we will distribute tablets and iPads to the girl child. He said education will be good, etc., etc., etc. Now, 15 years down the lines, Bihar has not changed at all. Now, after 15 years, the chief minister, the sitting chief minister, while in the Minister of Polls, he says that Bihar cannot be developed because we don't have sea.
Okay.
There is no Samudra here. But what has happened in Haryana, Punjab, and states like Delhi, which have developed in leaps and bounds, they don't have a sea there. They don't have an ocean around them. They are landlocked states. So, giving these kind of silly reasons for not developing a state is something which has costed Nitish Kumar too much in this election.
But
This is
Dr.
one
Hussain,
part of
let me
it.
ask you this question. We've seen during the campaign, largely it's been, even for the Mahagathbandhan, it's been about Tejasvi. We've not seen too many Congress leaders out there, the firepower, the top leadership of Congress. In fact, you know, our ground reports suggest that even the cadre has been campaigning more in the name of Tejasvi than Rahul Gandhi. Has that been a conscious decision? And do you then believe that of the 70 seats that you fought on, if the Congress party gets about 25 to 30, that would be good performance for you?
See, I'll tell you something. See, we are fighting an election in a state. We have a Mahagathbandhan. We have declared the leader of the Mahagathbandhan.
I have to go
We
out.
said
This
this person will be the face of the election, will be the face of the campaign. That is Mr. Tejasvi Yadav. He will be the chief ministerial face. So obviously the election would be fought in the name of Mahagathbandhan and also the face that has been projected by the Mahagathbandhan, that is Tejasvi Yadav. Obviously, Rahul Gandhi ji, as the head of the Congress party and a former president of All India Congress Committee, was there for the campaign. He also took the name Tejasvi Yadav because it's a localized election. It's a Bihar election. 1. 2. I think most of the leaders, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, Randeep Singh Surjewala, Mr. Shakti Singh Gohel, Shatrughan Sinha, Raj Babbar, all the senior leadership that was supposed to campaign, Bhupesh Baghel, this Chhattisgarh Chief Minister, Subodh Khan Sahai from Jharkhand, all the senior leadership was there, except for a couple of them who were not able to campaign, like Ghulam Nabi Azad. He was like Corona. Because of Corona, he couldn't come. Otherwise, most of them were there in the fight. It was a very well coordinated election. I was also the part of the management of the elections in Bihar. You know, we had planned it very carefully, what to speak where, in which part, which agenda is more prominent and important there, what are the leaders, which are the leaders to be deployed in which area. I think it was very cleanly planned. It was very meticulously planned. It was not about Congress winning or RJD winning or left winning or something. It was a combined effort to see that the Mahagathbandhan wins.
Okay.
That was what was there on the mind. I think my gut feeling is that the caste lines for the first time are getting blurred in Bihar
we have
after a long time.
Yes,
That
we have
after a
seen in the
long
past
time,
as well.
if-
In fact, in many other states, that you know, when it comes to employment and development, the caste factor has taken a bit of a backseat. I don't know if to what extent it will happen. Dr. Hussain says it will. But I just want to let our viewers know, in just a few seconds from now, we're going to be putting out the second set of poll numbers for you. This is the poll projection being done by Chanakya. And it's it's starkly different from C Voter. C Voter seems to be putting both the NDA and the Mahagathbandhan around the halfway mark with a bit of an edge to Tejasvi Yadav. But Chanakya's projections are completely different, where they seem to be projecting for BJP JDU about 55 seats plus and minus 11, and for RJD Congress 180 seats plus and minus 11. So others are projected to get 8 seats plus and minus 4. Now, their range is also plus and minus 11 seats, Vinay, but it's a stark different projection than what C Voter has put out, which is why we always say that we give our viewers more than one set of polls. It's always better to give them what multiple pollsters are saying. It gives you a larger picture in which way the wind is blowing.
Yes,
Vinay?
and let's just reiterate it for our viewers that the two polls that we now have access to, the C Voter poll and the Chanakya poll now, they are widely different from each other. The C Voter is now giving a range to the NDA of 104 to 128. and to the MGB, the range is of 108 to 131. So obviously, it's a much closer battle insofar as the C voter is concerned. However, Chanakya seems to be giving a landslide to the RJD Congress combine, and they are saying it's going to be 180 seats. I mean, that's going to be some bit of a history of sorts if the RJD Congress returned with 180 seats. And they are actually saying that that the NDA is going to be decimated pretty much because their count is 55 seats. Now, whether this is an outlier poll or whether it's a reflection of reality, we don't know. We will only find out on
Chanakya
10th.
has often been the outlier, but it's usually been the outlier that's gotten it right. Barring a couple of times. So,
Anila ji ko मैं खाली इतना ही याद दिलाऊंगा. I know what she will say, but I will only say that in 2014 and 19, the BJP used
outlier
Chanakya's poll as the
projection
outlier, which worked very well. So
Yeah.
remember, they have that history behind them.
but Anila ji is not accepting any poll projections today until the results come. Anila, I'll come to you for a response, but पहले मुझे अब्बास जी से एक response चाहिए क्योंकि वो थोड़े ही मिनट्स के लिए हमारे साथ हैं एंड देन ऑल्सो अदिति फॉर अदिति टू रिस्पॉन्ड. सईद अब्बास जी, ये तो जो चाणक्य का प्रोजेक्शन है जो पास्ट में बीजेपी के परफॉर्मेंस को बहुत सही तरीके से जज कर चुका है, वो तो अभी 100 सीटें भी नहीं दे रहा.
अब देखिए, सबका अलग अलग तरीका है सर्वे करने का. आपने भी किया, सबने किया. अब उस पर ज्यादा मैं समझता हूँ कि ज्यादा इस पे हम लोग को डिस्कस करने की आवश्यकता नहीं. 3 दिन की बात है, लेकिन हम लोग जो अपने आप को समझते हैं, जो आपका प्रोजेक्शन है, कहीं ना कहीं आप लोग क्लोज फाइट दिखा रहे हैं. मैक्सिमम जो है क्लोज फाइट दिखा रहा है, लेकिन जमीन पर जाके देखिएगा बहुत से साइलेंट वोटर है जो मैंने देखा है, जो औरतों का वोट है, ईबीसी है, एक्सट्रीम बैकवर्ड कास्ट है. ये लोग बोलते नहीं है, खामोशी से जाके वोटते हैं. कुछ जो मिलिटेंट टाइप के लोग जो होते हैं वो बोलते हैं. कुछ कमेटी ऐसी है कि रोड पे आके चिल्लाती है. कुछ ऐसे वोटर होते हैं जो खामोशी से जाके वोटते हैं. मुझे यकीन है कि हम मेरा अपना भी आजादी तौर पर, क्योंकि मैंने भी कई जगह जाके कई क्षेत्रों में हमने भी दौरा किया था, तो हमें लगता है कि 140 से 50 के बीच में किसी भी कीमत पे जेडीयू एनडीए को गठबंधन को आना चाहिए. इससे कम नहीं आना चाहिए. बाकी जनता मालिक, जनता ने वोट दे दिया, सबकी तकदीरें ईवीएम में बंद हो चुकी है. तो लेटेस्ट सी क्या होता है आगे देखा जाए.
Okay, quick response from Aditi Fadnis as well. Aditi Fadnis, we have seen that often basis what people tell the pollsters on ground, and actually right now it's difficult to judge to what extent were the pollsters even able to reach out to the voters on account of the pandemic. The two projections are very different, but your own sense of where Chanakya seems to be putting Mahagathbandhan 180.
Well, this much I know that sitting in UP, where I don't want to sound casteist, but all vegetable sellers are from Bihar. It is a very, very useful education to talk to them about what is happening in their home. And most of them do believe that despite a lot of good work that Nitish Kumar did, the edge is going to be enjoyed by the Mahagathbandhan. The question is, if you say that it's not going to be a landslide as Chanakya is projecting, and agree with the other poll of C voter, then it creates a kind of a, if it's a hung house, then what will happen to the NDA alliance if it wants to form a government? Will it go cap in hand back to LJP, whom the Prime Minister was so dismissive about? Will it try and get partners from other parties who were not accommodated by them? And also what it will do to the whole structure of the JDU itself. So these are all questions which will arise in very short order.
So let me ask you, basis your own reading, a couple of points that we raised here on Mirror Now earlier as well. For the BJP, does it look like a gamble gone wrong to put the LJP separately or allow the LJP to fight separately and perhaps eat into their own vote share?
I think the gamble has gone more wrong for the LJP than it has for the BJP.
Yeah.
Because LJP net is the biggest loser from this election.
Okay.
If the Vikas Insan, party, the VIP, according to both projections, is expected to win more seats than the LJP. That's really saying something.
Okay, let me also get a reaction from Anila Singh as we also say good evening to Urmila Thakur of the RJD joining us right now. But Anila Singh was smiling and shaking her head when I made that point about the LJP gamble. Why is that, Anila?
There is absolutely no gamble about it. See, politics is, today, if we see politics, the way political parties, they go into elections and the way, people vote for the political parties, it is so calculative. Things have changed. But, I just want to mention here one thing, Tanvi. People of Bihar in 2019, they voted NDA. Total percentage of vote was almost 54.34%. And if we talk about UPA, it got 32.9%. So how... Even you can imagine that in such a short time, people are going to take 360-degree U-turn and they are going to go against NDA. I don't think so. So I do not agree.
Voter has become very smart, Anila Singh. They judge. They know which election is meant for what purpose, and they judge accordingly. But let me go across to Urmila ji. और उर्मिला जी आज बड़ी खुश दिख रही हैं और कॉन्फिडेंट भी दिख रही हैं. उर्मिला जी, कुछ प्रोजेक्शंस जो आए हैं, एक में महागठबंधन को थोड़ा सा एज मिल रहा है, एक में तो काफी ज्यादा. चाणक्य के प्रोजेक्शन के हिसाब से तो 180 भी सीटें भी मिल सकती है महागठबंधन को. लेकिन आपका खुद का क्या प्रोजेक्शन है, क्या आंकड़े हैं?
देखिए, मैं सबसे पहले टाइम्स नाउ के चैनल के माध्यम से बिहार के 12 करोड़ जनता जो है, उनके प्रति मैं आभार व्यक्त करना चाहती हूँ, जिन्होंने आदरणीय नेता प्रतिपक्ष तेजस्वी यादव जी को बिहार में जन सरोकार के सवालों पर खड़े दिखे हमारे नेता के साथ. इसके लिए मैं कोटि कोटि धन्यवाद देती हूँ बिहार के जनता को. और मैं ये कहना चाहती हूँ कि जो बिहार का हालात है इन दिनों, और नीति आयोग के रिपोर्ट के अनुसार बिहार सबसे नीचे पायदान पर खड़ी नजर आ रही है. उससे निजात पाने के लिए आदरणीय नेता प्रतिपक्ष तेजस्वी जी ने, जो यहाँ बिहार में युवाओं को सबसे ज्यादा बेरोजगारी है, जो 46.6 है, उसके सवाल पर आदरणीय हमारे नेता ने उससे निजात पाने के लिए 10 लाख युवाओं को अस्थायी नौकरी देने की बात की है. किसान के लिए जो काला कानून आया और किसान के सवाल पर हमारे आदरणीय नेता ने बताए हैं कि जब आप जनता मालिक का आशीर्वाद हमें मिलेगा तो किसान का ऋण माफ की जाएगी. और इतना ही नहीं, जो समान काम के लिए समान वेतन मिलना चाहिए, शिक्षा जो चौपट हो गया है बिहार में, उसके लिए आदरणीय नेता बोले हैं कि हम शिक्षा को जो है, शिक्षक को समान काम के लिए समान वेतन देने का काम करेंगे. जो महिला हमारी है, चाहे वो मनरेगा मजदूर की महिला हो, चाहे वो ममता बहन हो, चाहे वो महिला जीविका बहन हो, चाहे वो महिला एनएम महिला हो, सभी महिलाओं को अस्थायी तौर पर जो उनको मिल रहा है अभी वर्तमान में, उससे दुगुना मिलेगा और अस्थायी. जो शिक्षक, जो हमारे कॉलेज के जो वित्त रहित शिक्षक का जो जीना दुश्वार हो गया, उसके सवाल पर भी हमारे नेता सोचने का काम करेंगे, निजात पाने का काम करेंगे. और बिहार में जो 40 लाख चरमवीर आए, और उनके लिए बिहार सरकार के तरफ से, भारत सरकार के तरफ से पूरे देश के अलग अलग भागों में, अलग अलग हिस्सों में जितने कोई व्यवस्था नहीं की गई. 18 जिला में जो बाढ़ आया, उस बाढ़ के सवाल पर न कोई विशेष पैकेज मिला और न विशेष राज्य का दर्जा बिहार को आज तक दिया गया. जो युवाओं के साथ वादा किया गया नरेंद्र मोदी जी के द्वारा कि 2 करोड़ युवा को प्रत्येक साल रोजगार देंगे, और बाद में पकौड़ा करने की बात की है, जुमले कहे वो तो चुनावी जुमला.
आपने तो एकदम तय कर लिया है उर्मिला जी,
एक पैर पर खड़ी नजर.
उर्मिला जी, अभी तो हम प्रोजेक्शन ही कर ले, आपने तो तय कर लिया है कि पूरी की पूरी जीत तेजस्वी जी की ही होगी, पर आपने मुझे बताया नहीं आंकड़ा, कितने सीट आप खुद कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं?
देखिए, कितने सीट को मैं कैलकुलेट नहीं कर रही हूँ. बिहार की जनता, मैं पूरा आश्वस्त हूँ कि बिहार की जनता ने जो है पूरा मन बना चुकी है कि बिहार में जो है तेज रफ्तार तेजस्वी सरकार युवा सरकार और बिहार में इन सारे सवालों से निजात पाने के लिए बदलाव के मूड में खड़ी नजर आई। अब जितना सीट आ जाए, ज्यादा से ज्यादा सीट के द्वारा हमारे नेता को सुशोभित करेंगे बिहार के लोग। क्योंकि बिहार जो 15 साल में जो महिला है, खास करके मैं एक महिला अध्यक्ष होने के नाते मैं कह सकती हूँ कि जो मुजफ्फरपुर के रिमांड होम में 34 लड़कियों के साथ जो बलात्कार हुआ, आप देखिए कि आरा में 10 कदम की दूरी पर थाना थी और महिला को नंगा घुमाया गया। नंदग्राम में दलित महिला को घर से निकाल के पुलिस या तंत्र के द्वारा जिस तरह से पिटाई हुआ, गया में जिस तरह से पिता के सामने, एक पति के सामने महिला के साथ गैंगरेप होता है, हर 3 घंटा पर एक महिला के साथ बलात्कार हो जाता है, हत्याएं होती है, लूट होती है। और
ओके, सो लेट मी, आप जो कह रही हैं मैं वो पॉइंट उठाती हूँ, क्योंकि
बिहार की जनता
आप महिलाओं की बात कर रही हैं। पहले होती थी जंगल राज की बात, जो सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम महिला के लिए होती थी, क्या वो अब भूल के महिला का प्रोटेक्शन एक आरजेडी का एजेंडा बन सकता है? आई मीन, जस्ट 1 minute दो, आई वांट टू हाईलाइट 2 things. India Today Axis poll also seems to suggest that more youth have voted for the Mahagathbandhan, about 47% versus for NDA, which is 34%. So the whole conversation around employment and jobs seems to have worked for Tejasvi. And even the women voter base, Nitish seems to have lost a bit of it. That's moved to the Mahagathbandhan. That's what the Axis poll seems to be suggesting right now. You wanted to make a point?
नहीं, मुझे उर्मिला जी से बड़ा संक्षेप में एक सवाल पूछना था। खाली सवाल ये था कि मुझे ये बताइए कि तेजस्वी ने जो कैंपेनिंग किया बिहार में, उसमें अपने पिताश्री के चेहरा क्यों हटा दिया? 2005 तक जो उस राज्य में हुआ, उसको क्या छुपाने की कोशिश की गई? वो 15 से वो कहीं उनका चेहरा क्यों नहीं था? लालू जी आपके सुप्रीमो हैं पार्टी के, उनके नाम पे क्यों नहीं लड़ रहे थे इलेक्शन?
एक चीज देखिए, पूरे हमारे महागठबंधन के लोगों ने तय कर लिए कि तेजस्वी जी के नेतृत्व में ही हमको चुनाव लड़ना है, और तेजस्वी जी ही हमारे मुख्यमंत्री के चेहरा थे। तो इस तरह का बात तो विरोधी बोलेंगे। और रही बात मैम जो पूछी हमसे सवाल कि आप वो चेहरा भूल गए जब लालू जी का राजपथ था, तो मैं बताना चाहती हूँ, लालू जी का नारा था जब चरवाहा विद्यालय में बच्चे और बच्चियां पढ़ने लगा था, तो उस समय नारा था कि गैया बकरी चरती जाए और मुनिया बिटिया पढ़ती जाए। लेकिन आदरणीय देश के प्रधानमंत्री उस समय उस बच्ची के साथ कोई बलात्कार नहीं होता था, उस बच्ची के साथ कोई गैंगरेप नहीं होता था। लेकिन जब आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी, देश के प्रधानमंत्री जब नारा दिए कि बेटी बचाओ और बेटी पढ़ाओ, तो आज बेटी बचेगी तब न पढ़ेगी। कहीं बेटी सुरक्षित नहीं है। हाथरस का ये देखिए किस तरह से जीभ काट ले गया एक दलित लड़की के साथ, किस तरह से कमर तोड़ दी गई, और 34 हेलीकॉप्टर एक तेजस्वी यादव के पीछे घूम रहे थे। तो इन लोगों के पास मुद्दा नहीं थी, मुद्दा से हट करके बात कर रहे थे। जिस तरह से बिहार की जनता ने महागठबंधन को वोट दिए थे कि आप सत्ता चलाइए, और तेजस्वी जी उस समय मुख्यमंत्री बन सकते थे, चूंकि 80 विधायक आरजेडी के पास थी। लेकिन महागठबंधन का आदरणीय लालू प्रसाद जी वादा किए थे कि हमको ज्यादा भी सीट आएगा तो मुख्यमंत्री नीतीश जी ही होंगे। और जब उनको मुख्यमंत्री बनाया गया तो कहते थे मिट्टी में मिल जाएंगे, नगपुरिया के साथ नहीं जाएंगे, बीजेपी के साथ नहीं जाएंगे। बीजेपी का मतलब होता है बड़का झुट्टा पार्टी। और बाद में
ठीक है, उर्मिला जी बने रहिए,
बीजेपी को
मैं आपके ही
दरवाजे से सत्ता में आए।
मैं बने रहिए आपके मेरे साथ। मैं अनिला जी से एक रिस्पांस लेके देन आई वांट टू गो अक्रॉस टू डॉक्टर सईद नासिर हुसैन एज वेल on the second set of projections that we've just put out. But Anila Singh, would you like to respond to what RJD is saying?
Yeah, I really do not want to respond what Urmila ji has said, because she still, I think she is still in election mode. We know it very well that the results are logged in EVM machines, and very like on 10th of November we will come to know that for whom people of Bihar have voted for. So she projected many things there. Even I can counter them, but in today's date and at this time there is absolutely no point. So I do not want to kill time here. And I was listening to Mr. Nasir as well, and he was saying that we had planned meticulously that where Mr. Tejasvi Yadav is going to do the rally and where Mr. Rahul Gandhi is going to do. That is why they both were not together. We did this thing in Maharashtra, and similarly we acted in Bihar as well. So first of all, we know it very well, the politics which goes in Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, that is totally different from Maharashtra. And in Uttar Pradesh, we have seen when Akhilesh Yadav and Rahul Gandhi, they did the rallies together, they pleaded people to vote for them. It didn't work. So once beaten, twice shy.
Okay.
Mr. Tejasvi Yadav had seen that his relative Akhilesh Yadav, he failed in his plans. So definitely he didn't want Rahul Gandhi with him in his rallies and other things. So they worked at different platforms.
Okay.
So in the future, if how the relationship goes, it has to be seen. But I know it very well, just like you had mentioned earlier, Tanvi, that people of Bihar, they understand very well that if they have to vote for assembly election, how they have to vote, and if they have to vote for central government elections, how they have to vote. But at the same time, I can say they understand the type of packages central government gives to Bihar and the type of schemes and the support system central government gives to Bihar. That is going to be possible. And
well, Anila saying, I will say one thing to you. You are right. And the BJP used that plank. BJP spoke about central schemes. Prime Minister Modi, the benefit Bihar will get, the twin engine. बट ट्विन इंजन में एक पार्ट जो है वो बहुत ही ज़्यादा आपको नीचे खींच ले जा रहा है. वो ट्विन इंजन में से एक ही चल रहा था और शायद उसकी वजह से एनडीए को नुकसान होगा. कितना होगा वो देखना है. डॉक्टर हुसैन, आई वांटेड टू कम टू यू टू आस्क यू अगेन. As the numbers, various polls come out phase-wise and region-wise, we're also getting, some deeper analysis to show that a larger percentage of youth may have voted for the Mahagathbandhan. But internal analysis, what does that show? What will give the Mahagathbandhan the edge?
Yeah, I'll tell you something. As I had mentioned earlier, this announcement of 10 lakh jobs, I think something which caught the imagination of especially the youth of Bihar, and also the elders, because whatever I saw in the last 20 days, wherever I traveled, one thing I could see is that there is no other opportunity for the youth of Bihar other than just having government jobs. That is how Bihar is for today.
Okay.
Every house in Bihar wants someone or the other from their house to be employed. Where will be the employment come from? There's no industry. There's nothing happening in the agricultural sector. There's nothing happening in the irrigation. No contracts. Nothing. See, the only way out is the jobs in government sector, which I would say, see, there should be enough jobs in private sector also. There should be enough jobs elsewhere also. But then that is how it is in Bihar. I think that is what has caught the imagination of the people, and that is what also the blurred, if at all it blurs, and I hope it blurs the caste-wise voting pattern in Bihar. That is how it is. Second thing, I said earlier, see, there are two things which matter. One, the agenda and the narrative that has been set up by both the opposition and the people and the party that is there in power. Second, how you manage your election campaign and the entire run up to the campaign and all those things. And that is, I think, on both the fronts, the NDA has failed. Because when the Mahagathbandhan spoke about social justice, economic justice, jobs, industrialization, he had said that padai, kamai, sichai and kamai. So this is what Tejasvi Yadav said. But on the other hand, if you look at what Mr. Modi said and what Mr. Yogi Adityanath said, and all the debates that were there pertaining to Bihar in the last 20-30 days, it was all about Tukde Gang, Ram Mandir, Bharat Mata Ki Jai, Pulwama. These were the things that were brought up in the campaign. See, the people don't, and especially the youth, doesn't want to listen and doesn't want to get carried away by these emotional issues. They want. इसके पेट का सवाल है, रोजी का सवाल है. See, when I was traveling, see, as a kid, I had seen all these films, Mother India, Do Bhiga Zameen, Mirch Masala, all these films. I would say, see, whatever party that was there in power, whether it was Nitish, or earlier it was RJD, or it was before that, whichever party was there, See, I really felt the art films which I have seen as a child, Do Bigha Zameen, Mother India, this Mirch Masala and all these films, that were all in front of my eyes. That is the kind of poverty that is there. Unemployment. Unke ghar dekhenge, unke kapde dekhenge, especially when you go to Simanchal area.
Okay.
Half-clad people, women with torn saris,
Okay.
children without clothes. This is the situation. I think Bihar wanted a new face, a new Gathbandhan, a new alliance, a new party in power.
Nasir
and I
Saab.
hope if Tejasvi comes to power,
Yeah.
he will deliver.
Yeah,
if he doesn't deliver, then the people will decide in the days to come.
Nasir Saab, although the results are still not out, they'll come out on Tuesday. But let's just assume for argument's sake that this is ultimately what's going to happen. I have a very specific, and you are a more erudite and a much more knowledgeable member of the party. I must ask you this question. This 10 lakh job promise that has been promised by Tejasvi, Bihar today, as on date, has a 10% budget deficit. Where is this going to come from? Is it possible? 4.5 lakh outstanding seats हैं अभी भी.
See, I'll tell you one.
ये किधर से आएगा 10 lakh का पैसा? आप बताओ सर. ये pipe dream है ना. They are so desperate. You see, the people in Bihar are so desperate that they have believed this pipe dream. But can it be fulfilled? Who has created 10 lakh government jobs? Give me one state. Tell me one state which has been able to create 10 lakh jobs.
See, I'll tell you something. There are two issues. This will not be like the 2 crore jumla. Take it for granted. Take it in writing from me today. This will not be that 2 crore jumla. 2 crore jobs jumla. That is one. Second thing, when we said that we will give 10 lakh jobs, Nitish Kumar said that where will the money come from? It will cost the exchequer lakhs and crores of rupees. But on the other hand, Nirmala Sitharaman says that we'll give 19 lakh jobs in Bihar. For them, where will the money come from? That is another part of it. But I think Tejasvi has worked it out. He spoke to economists. He spoke to his people. He has management. He has collected the data department-wise. See, for instance, the Patna High Court itself has said 30,000 jobs in police department. Why are you not doing that? Why are you not recruiting people in police department? And teachers. This was there. I think he has to mobilize fund. He has to put Bihar on the development path. He has to put Bihar on the development path. He has to create resources. He has to mobilize resources. Not only jobs, even for the other development part also. He has to walk that extra mile to see that Bihar is on par with the other states in the country.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm completely out of time here as much as I wanted to continue with that. One more set of poll projections is left, and I would urge our viewers to stay with us because it's always good to have a larger sense, not one, not two, but 3 sets of polls that we're bringing to you here on Mirror Now. A big thank you to the panelists who joined us right now. So far, we have the sea voter projection that gives a slight edge to the Mahagathbandhan and about 104 to 128 seats to the NDA. Then we have the Chanakya that very, very clearly has given a massive bump up to the Mahagathbandhan, effectively calling for a rout for the NDA. What will the third one? The Axis poll hold. That's the key. And then we will have a larger conversation about what it means for Bihar and for the rest of the country. Stay with me here on this special broadcast on Mirror Now.